Yesterday, Empire magazine released the special covers for its upcoming issue. The new issue has not one, not two, not three, but 25 different covers, each with characters from the upcoming X-Men Days of Future
Moderation,
Past.
what's that? No.
Among the covers is one for Anna Paquin as the character Rogue. A while ago, director Bryan Singer announced that Rogue was cut out of the new movie, but this cover raised questions if she's put back in. A tweet from Empire magazine said the following: for those asking if our Rogue cover means Rogue is in the movie, a definitive statement from Bryan Singer and Simon Kinberg is in the issue. Amy Rose Byers saw that Anna Paquin as Rogue is back in the movie.
I sell that she's back. I still don't think she's back. I mean, it's very clever on the fact, yeah, moderation, 25 covers, 25. My goodness. But I mean, it's very clever on behalf of Empires. Like, you want to find out, read our magazine, plug, you know, like, of course they're going to not reveal it that way. But I mean, Bryan Singer even stated in a very definitive manner, just because you might see her in promotional materials doesn't mean she's in. There was one sequence that Rogue was in, and unfortunately we had to cut it to just make the film feel more cohesive. And he even said she might be seen in marketing materials. So I'm pretty sure that this just gets us excited. Of course, we wish we would see Rogue, but if it doesn't work in the framework of all this madness and excitement that's happening for Days of Future Past, then I'm going to trust Singer and not think she's coming back still.
I'm going to buy
really?
That she's back. And here's why. Because on the one hand, you know, I want to say sell because, you know, they've probably did this photo shoot a long time ago and things like that. But the more I thought about it, there's been a long time between when Bryan Singer said she was cut and this. It would have been very easy to replace her on the cover with another character with the amount of time that we're talking about. They had lots of time. The other thing was, my initial gut reaction is that if she was not going to be in the film, we probably would have seen a tweet or something from Anna Paquin at some point just saying, I mean, don't get excited, I'm not in the movie, I'll be in the DVD or something like that. And that didn't happen. And the fact that Empire, although it is, you're probably right, some kind of cheesy marketing scheme by Empire to sneak people to buy a few more copies of their magazine. But for them to go, hey, Bryan Singer's going to make a definitive statement in the article. To me, that sounds, and they're probably purposefully making it sound like that, so I'm probably being tricked. But to me, it does sound like I got a feeling she's in it. We'll see. I'm probably wrong, but I got a feeling she's there.
Yeah, I'm going to buy and sell it. What? Can I do that? I'm just going to buy it because all the covers are really fun to look at. There's no way Empire's ever going to get me to buy 25 magazines. That's a money grab. Any weird, sweaty collectors who are going to get that, good luck. That's like spending like $150,
right? You
know, just to get the same magazine with a different cover and then look through it. What are you going to do with that?
How much is Empire?
It's like $10.
Probably, maybe
$9.99 or something. It's super expensive.
And it's a monthly magazine. It's a great magazine.
It's an incredible
magazine. I love that magazine.
Yeah.
I kind of want to own all 25. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. It does bring this question up though. With the 25, first of all, I don't find any of the pictures very inspiring. I mean,
you don't like the Toad one?
Now that brings up, but I don't really hate any of them except 3 in particular are getting the most criticism online.
Sentinels.
The future Sentinel.
Future Sentinel.
Toad,
yeah,
and Quicksilver.
Yes.
That's
Let me just get this part out of the way.
I agree.
Quicksilver looks absolutely ridiculous.
Horrible.
Yep.
Just he looks like the rejected 18th member of who sang Up All Night to Get Lucky.
Daft Punk.
Yeah. He looks like a rejected member of Daft Punk.
My Daft Punk.
I'm not dissing Daft Punk.
Okay, good. Making sure.
He looks like the Dazzler's brother.
Yeah, he looks terrible. Toad looks
embarrassing.
Awful. It's embarrassing how he looks. Now, keep in mind, just because they look terrible doesn't mean they're not going to be great characters in the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stand with the solid minority on this. I kind of dig the Future Sentinel look. To me, there's something very ominous and otherworldly about it.
Yeah.
That I looked at it at first and went, I'm oddly drawn to it. So I'm going to actually like that one. But anyway, what do you guys think about that 3? And were any of the other ones really stand out to you?
Yeah, you want to go?
Go ahead.
Oh. Yeah, I just saw the Future Sentinel this morning with a whole bunch of hatred attached to it.
A lot of hatred.
And I was looking at it, I was like, I feel the same way. It's not that bad. They already nailed the modern Sentinel.
I think the modern Sentinel
and also
great.
that air conditioner type thing, that's a hover jet. That's like so they can hover around. Somebody explained that. And I was like, oh, then that makes sense. Because at first I was like, it looks a little weird, the air conditioning unit. But as long as they're using it as like how hover jets really work, that sounded cool. The Future Sentinel is probably like you know, nanotechnology, you know, can reform like the Terminator. That's what it looks like to me, that it's going to be, it's in humanoid form, but then can turn into some other kinds of shapes and to kill mutants. So we'll wait and see on that. I got to be honest, like, I know everyone's talking about the Rogue cover, and it's a great cover. She's beautiful. So, you know.
Anna Paquin.
Yeah, and she's a great actress. So I was bummed out when I heard she wasn't in the movie. I'm sure there's going to be a second of her in there somewhere. That's how I feel about it. Even though that scene was cut and that will be on the DVD, so she technically is still part of the movie,
Sure,
you know, in general. But some of those other characters, I just feel like really you have to. You're going to waste a cover. It's not even wasting a cover. Waste all this promotional stuff for Warpath and Blink. Characters who are going to be in the movie for literally 3 seconds. Bishop. I mean, I feel like, yeah, at least they're finally getting their moment in the sun for like 4 seconds. They might not even have lines. So don't get too excited about all these mutants, because they're, you know, they're really going to focus on the main mutants.
But you bring up a really good point that we should say. You know, I was also a little bummed out to hear that they cut Rogue out. But in reality, if she was going to be in for I think it was one sequence, 2 separate scenes. If she was going to be in that little of the film, then removing her from it really isn't going to change anything. Yeah. It would have been fun to see her in there, because I'm so nostalgic about the original, especially the first 2 X-Men films. But it's really not that big of a deal if all she was going to be in was those couple of scenes anyway. Anyway, Amy Rose, the images on the covers.
My biggest disappointment was Quicksilver. I have been really looking forward to this character, and maybe Whedon will get him right. But,
Whedon will get him right.
But from what I've seen, I'm a little disappointed, but the direction they're taking, he might be cool once we see, you know, the sped up sequences and all of that, but that was the one. And Bishop, I've been so excited about it. Hopefully, you know, Cable and Deadpool and all these other characters will show up in the next films, because I'm still waiting for some of my favorites. But yeah, Quicksilver was my biggest disappointment.
He's got the goggles on.
It's so
He's got
bad.
that mini DJ unit
It's so
on his
bad.
belt.
Super cheesy white grayish hair. It looks totally.
And Magneto's always my favorite, so that's kind of, I'm biased.
Yeah, the 2 Wolverine covers are cool. The Magneto, the Xavier covers, all, you know, a lot of them are great, and I like that it goes along through the whole thing. You know, I didn't know Bryan Singer was a mutant. He's on one of the covers.
His big cover.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news, and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.